Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Mother's Day wherever you may be. My name is Clark, and welcome to the Boozadelic Chronicles. And as we go through this tough time of transition, one of the things that's really kind of keeps me going is the music. And I want to, since it's Mother's Day, I really want to observe it on a happy time. And for those of you that are into the funk, you see my man on the screen next to me. That is the one and only Larry Funkster Jones. What's up with you, Funkster?
Hey, just here living, man, alive by God, like I say every day. And we want to take this time and say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. But Clark, the one mother which we are all connected with, that we definitely got to say Happy Mother's Day to, is the mothership.
Swing
The
down, sweet
mothership.
chariot, stop and let me ride.
Let me ride.
Oh man!
The funk all the time with funk. And
So there's a saying in the
that's what I'm talking
P-Funk
about.
vernacular: funk not only
Oh
moves,
yeah,
but
no
it can
question.
remove.
Oh, no question. So, and we're hoping if we funk hard enough that this coronavirus stuff get out of here too, we can funk that right on out of the world. Oh man!
All right.
Get back to living normal, but it's all right being up in the house. If you got to be up in the house, at least play the P-Funk. At least get funky with it. Have some fun. That's what I'm talking about.
And so, if you haven't had the
Yes,
opportunity to follow this brother on his YouTube channel, what is your YouTube handle again? Is it Pfunkster Jones?
Funkster Jones, that's it.
All right, so he has this thing called a P-View. His P-Views are out of sight, just a total twist on the remixes of the greatest Parliament and Funkadelic and related artists. It is something that's awesome to hear. So Larry, I've been dying to ask you, I know that we're pretty close in the age range. How old were you when you first became a P-Funk fan?
I was 11 years old. 11. That's 1971. Yeah, it's 11 years old. Hey, Clark, 11 years old, and free your mind, and your you know what will follow, man. That was my thing. Like, free your mind. Like, oh, yeah, free my mind. I want to do what I want to do. To get crazy.
Okay, it's so funny that you say that because I'm actually 2 years younger than you then. And
Okay.
my first recollection, I was in the 4th grade. I was 9. Tear the roof off that sucker. And shit, goddamn. I said, oh man, who is this? I've got to have it. And then I saw, the artwork on the album. I think it was the P-Funk Earth Tour album.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, because when I got into it back then, it was using real pictures. Real pictures, naked ladies and and babies getting their heads chewed off. But it was just crazy covers back then. But it was more like of a political coverage type of thing back then. Like George was like following what the times were in the world. But it was good though, because boy, it definitely was something different than what was out there already. It wasn't Motown, and it wasn't the Stack stuff, and it wasn't even the King's record stuff with James Brown. When George and them came on, even before Bootsy and them joined them, their style was, people want to say, oh, they were trying to sound like Hendrix. They loved him, but they weren't trying to sound like him. They were just trying to find a niche to fit in somewhere. They kept rolling. They found their niche. They found their niche, especially when Bootsy came in '72. They definitely found where they belong. It was fantastic. Fantastic.
So I heard this story. I think it was on. It was like the History of Black Music. It's one of those PBS films, and I was showing it to a group of youngsters when I used to work in the school. And so they talked about how they warmed up for one of those festivals. It might have been Woodstock for Rolling Stones, and they saw the actual gear that they were wearing. The jeans and all that, and they kind of like decided to take that and just kind of funk it up with and kind of create something just threw out of that.
The hippie movement. Yeah, they figured they didn't have to be like, we don't have to be like the Motown artists, like with dressing up with suits and ties and all that stuff on. George has repeated that countless many times. Like, they couldn't keep all that stuff clean, and then to take the music where they wanted it to go, they couldn't be dressed like that anyway. It was good for the doo-wop years when they were trying to doo-wop, trying to fit in there. Now, those are some great songs, some doo-wop songs. But if you compare them with the era that they were released, people will say they're nothing, because you go up against the Temptations, the Dells, the Four Tops. Of course, they're nothing when you go against all that. When you put them separate, you separate those early songs, they're pretty good. But man, they definitely got into the hippie scene, even more so when Boosie showed up. The 72 was really Boosie already was trying to be a hippie. he already liked that hippie type scene anyway. So once he taught George the one, you figured now it's all on. Do what you want to do. Be the way you want to do. Dress what you want to. Just be on the stage and keep it together and keep it all on the one, man, and have fun. And man, they did it. They did it.
Yeah, when you say
they did it, man. No,
when you say they have fun, I mean literally these guys, man. It's just like I remember I have a cousin and he's retired now, but at the time he was a doctor and the concert happened on a weeknight. And so he asked me before, he said, what time does the show normally start? I said, I mean, this says 9 o'clock, but George probably won't be on stage till about 11 or something. And so about like 11:30, the band comes out, they start playing Dog Star. And he's like, they just start jamming for like probably about 15 minutes before even George came out. And so he had to leave because he had to, an early appointment. And so I saw him the next time. He said, when did that concert end? I said, about 3:45. So, I mean,
wow.
You can't put on a show like that unless you're having fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's no question about it. See, and I've never drank or smoked or gotten high or any of that thing. So when I finally got to meet those cats, see, I'm not into that kind of stuff. So I can be backstage maybe for a few minutes if I got a chance to go back there. I can never really stay there if they were doing that back in the 70s. Like Clark, I met them so long ago in the 70s, George wouldn't even remember me being back there. I mean, I only met him for a few minutes, but them guys were so zooted back then. He wouldn't. I can tell people that now. They'd be like, "Oh, you wasn't back there. Oh, you wasn't," but I was there. But they were just so out of it, they wouldn't know. Man, it's just an experience that changes your whole life and your lifestyle. You know what I mean? Until it becomes style. Until it becomes what it is. Like your life becomes that. It's not because people, to me, is not a way of life. It is life with me. That's how I do it. I live it that every day. So it's not some way I'm trying to live. It's just the way I live.
Yes, it's a culture, man. So tell me, because I always see you with the costumes on the preview, and then I've seen the pictures from the Funketeer balls in the past, which I definitely got to get to, man. And so,
right.
so tell me, where. I mean, how many costumes do you have, first of all?
Hey, Clark, I can open up my closet, and half of the closet is my costume. And there's some I haven't even worn on the previews yet because I just haven't got to doing it. Because I'll go in there and I'll say, well, this matches that, and this matches that. So there's a bunch of them I haven't even worn yet because I'm still waiting for the music. There's enough music out there now to start doing these previews. Well, I mean, it's coming. So the costumes are going to come. But there's about at least 30 costumes in that closet. I know.
Yeah,
and that's just straight costumes. Now, if I start mixing and matching them, get more than that if I mix them and match them. So it's a good many. And they know the reason I wear costumes. If the viewers or the listeners don't know why we wear the costumes, first of all, when we do the previews, the preview promotional view is to promote the music. That's the main point of the previews. I tell people this all the time, Clark. It has nothing to do with me. It's about the music. But I figured they used to dress up, so let me dress up. Like that's why I used to go to the shows. I used to go to shows like you see me now on the screen. I used to go to shows. I'm figuring, so now if I'm gonna do these previews, in order to make people even pay attention even more, if I wear the costumes, before the music even starts, they see me like, who is this wild looking dude? I already got their attention. And by the time I get to the music, the music just kill them. So that's pretty much where the costumes come from. Just trying to be like them. Just trying to be like them and keep what they started flowing and telling people you can be loose and you can free your mind and funk how you want to funk now. You ain't got to funk it. You can go out there in your underwear if you feel like you want to funk, do that. Just do what you do. Have fun when you funking. That's it. That's what Funkster does.
I will say,
have fun with it, man.
Over the years, I've seen it all at the shows. I mean, I'm guessing now that the number of concerts I've seen, a P-Funk related concerts, probably getting closer to 40 than it is 30 now. And
Right,
there's one
right,
point
right,
these come through like twice a year. And it's just
right.
amazing. You know, you see the how many people actually come, and it's just like in that costumes and stuff. I was last show I
Oh
went
yeah.
to. I took my daughter because she grew up singing the songs in the back of the car when I used to roll them when she was like a little kid, and so I said, "This is supposed to be
Great,
George's
great.
last show. I want you to go with me."
Yes.
And so I took her up there to the zoo, and it rained like hell on us. But when we got out of the into the parking lot, there was this brother that stepped off of the bus, and I thought it was you, man. I mean, he had on pretty much the same stuff, and I was like, "My man Funkster done swooped in on Portland." He's like, "Oh man, I came out here from Philly," and
Right.
so yeah, because he was just trying to find a date, and they didn't have any shows scheduled for Philly, I guess, during that last tour, or he had missed the one that was there. But I think
Right.
over the years, I've had people ask me, "Why do you keep going?" And it's like because no two shows are the same. And it's kind of like you know how
Right. They're not.
deadheads go to Grateful Dead shows even without Jerry Garcia, they're
Yes.
still going. And well,
It's
we're
still going. Yeah.
Funketeers, man.
Yes. And because it's what I said about the previews. Because it's about the music. It's not about like whether we go to the show or not. We go to the show because the music is still the music. That's
Right,
we always gonna love the music. If they're gonna come, we're gonna go see them. You know. You have a lot of people now that don't like to go to shows. Oh, because his kids and his grandkids, and they're doing the rap music and they're doing this and that. I just support whatever the funk is. If that's the entity that it is, then I support it. The only problem I would have with the rap thing is that if you're trying to do that and make it on the mainstream line, I don't see how they can get there with the people that's out there already with Ice Cube and Snoop and Kendrick Lamar and all those cats are at the top of that. Unless they make music with those guys like they did Ain't That Funkin' Kind of Hard on You, which was a great remix song with Ice Cube and Kendrick Lamar, but the radio still didn't recognize that stuff. So my
right,
thing is, if they're gonna do that, keep it funky then. Put some rap in it, but keep it based off of the funk side of it. Because we love Trey Z and we love Scotty Clinton and we love Candy Apple Red and we love all those kids and grandkids, and they got the talent to do what they can do. But it's hard to promote them when you have no market, like no mainstream market for them to be played in. Because most programmers now say, "Oh, they're down with George Clinton and that's funky stuff," instead of looking at it like it's rap, but it's
right.
just played by the funk people. But you just got to find a way to break them into mainstream even more. That's why I try to pump up the videos, man. I try to pump up the videos as much as I can. And same thing you do when you post your videos, you post all the stuff. We just try to keep it out here. Just try to keep it out here.
Yeah.
Pound it on people. Just pound it on people till
So
they
you
can't get
talk.
enough of it. They're like, okay, I'll accept it. That's all. That's what there is. Yeah.
I hear you
It's definitely
talk.
still a movement, though. It's still a movement.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a movement. So
Clark,
I didn't mean to cut you off. But I was gonna
that's all right.
say
That's all right.
the you're talking about the younger artists, the grandchildren, and they got the
Yes.
nieces, and one niece that comes to my
Yes.
mind, and I saw that a while back you were supposed to be hosting her album release party.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shirley
Miss
Clinton,
Shirley Clinton
Miss Funk Me If You Nasty.
breaking it off, doing a
Oh,
great job. We were going to host that show, and we're still planning on doing it, but until we get through this pandemic, I don't, that it's just messing everything up. But people got to just stay to the grind, stay strong and true and hard, and stay safe, so we can get through this and put the funk back out there where it's supposed to be at, not so much coming out of people's houses.
well, I look at it like this.
Even though,
We have
yes, sir.
all throughout history, in times of, chaos like this, a lot of good music comes out of those times.
Yes.
So ultimately,
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping that, when it does come time and we can all get in those arenas and stadiums, man, that they just come out
Yep.
with some out of this world funk that's just going to like put us all on the mothership again and get us back up there.
Oh, no question. No question. Because we forever riding, man. We forever riding, and it don't stop. And people like you and myself, and all the Pfunketeers out there. I love all of them, man. I love them all, man. I can stand there, me and you can stand there and sit there and name a bunch of people it's in the movement. You know, you see all these radio shows they coming up with now. It's Spreaker.com.
Yes,
It's
sir.
fantastic that these Funketeers are putting these radio shows together. They're all based off of funk. That's what I love. They're all based off of the funk thing. You like
Yeah.
keep doing it until the world like recognize that this funk thing is the real deal. It's always been the real deal, but it's still that. It's still that vibrant and that flamboyant and that arrogant and that it has all that. It's still all that. It just needs we gotta creep in the market, get in the market somehow. Some way to break back into the mainstream so people can know, man, this is just still the basis for all music today. Funk, baby. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir.
So I was having a conversation with a gentleman the other day, one of my last videos, and I had asked him about the future of funk, and then we were trying to come up with where we're at now, and because you hear that saying, keep that funk alive. We don't want to have to let that funk die in the first place. So when I talk about, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just going to tell you, I don't use that term "keep the funk alive" because it's never died to me. I say keep the funk flowing. It was always flowing, like the water flows. If you put a block in it, it's going to stop flowing. It's not going to stop flowing. It's just going to go around it. So it's going to take a little longer to get around it, but it's still going to be flowing. If you say dead, that means if that's the case, then I might well quit. you might as well quit. If the funk's dead, we might as well quit. What am I doing this for? Nah, it's never died. You got that right. It's always flowing, and it never gets stale. The water don't get stale. It just keeps flowing. It doesn't get stale. It keeps flowing, man.
Well,
same with the love of the funk, man.
That's for sure.
Same with the love of the funk, man. It don't get stale. Don't get stale. Keeps on rushing and crushing and doing its thing. And doing water rushes so hard until it hits the wall. And you know what happens with that? The big bang. Hits the wall with the big bang. Oh man, funk, man, and not just people, all funk, because it takes all funk to make funk work.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes all funk to make funk work. P-Funk doesn't work if Cameo's not working, if the Jazz Band's not working, if Lakeside, if all those other funk groups weren't around back then, it wouldn't work because you need. It can't be P-Funk if there's nothing to compare it to. Okay, why is the P in front of funk? Not because it's so much better than other funk. It's just because to distinguish myself, it's got to be something like it's P-Funk. So that's how they distinguish themselves from everybody else. But me and you know, and true Funketeers know, you don't have to do that. We know the difference anyway. But not to knock nobody, but we know the difference. It's just P-Funk is just a different. It's just a different thing. It's a different thing.
Okay, so this next question I want to ask you in regards to, I'm sure that you've seen a kabillion shows. So I would tell you my favorite show, I have to talk about two of them. The first one was in La Luna. I saw back in the, I guess it would have been like the late 80s, early 90s when Rappin' Louie Kababi was in the group. I ran into him outside.
Babbling Kababi.
Yeah, Babbling Kababi.
Yes.
And so he walks up, and I didn't know who he was because I hadn't seen him, with him in there, right? And he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?
Right.
What y'all got smoking around here?" I said, "Man, you an undercover cop or something?" Because he had that little thing on his belt, and the glasses.
Right.
And, nah, man. And so then my friend let him hit the blunt, and old boy said, "All right, now I'm ready to do my thing." I said, "What, to enjoy the show?" He said, "No, man, I'm ready to let it flow." I said, "What?" I didn't think nothing of it. I go into the show, and all of a sudden, that song "Dirty" comes on, and "Booty," and all of a sudden, here comes this guy out on stage, and he started rapping, and the crowd's going crazy.
Right.
And then,
I know George had his way of finding these people and putting them in the shows, or they found him and they got in the show somehow. But everybody that was up there was pretty decent, pretty talented, and I love to see that when he brings somebody up or somebody's up there, you're like, well, who the heck is that? And the dude gets on there and totally kicks some booty like Louis did. That was great. was great.
Yeah. And
Fantastic.
then in 2007, I went to the Funk Festival in Las Vegas, and it had,
Right.
of course, P-Funk was the headliner, but they had Zap, they had Big
Right.
Bob, Mary Jane Girls, Lakeside.
Oh, okay.
I think Morris Day was there at that one.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And but Vegas has some weird regulations with the roadies union or something. So George doesn't actually get on till about 11. Then the show is over by 12, so it's the shortest
Oh,
concert I ever saw. However, after the
man,
show,
yeah.
I was going back up to the hotel room, and Lige Curry's on the elevator, carrying his bass case and stuff. And I mean, it's just all these people are just so like regular people, so cool. All these artists, I think about. That was the
Oh, yeah.
same evening or early morning. I ran into Gary Scheider and Gregory Thomas, and
Right.
so Gary seen me for some reason. I guess he recognized me from Portland, and he's like, "Hey, Portland, what's up, man? Let's go have some breakfast." And so we sat down and kicked it for about like 2.5 hours, man. And then what's it, Carlos
That's fantastic.
Jones comes up, and so
Yes.
I mean, we just kicked it hard. It was just like, man, these guys are cool. I ran into Blackbird McKnight here in Portland at the Crystal Ballroom,
Right.
and Ricky Rouse, and they stopped and were gracious
Right.
to take a picture and talk to me for a bit. And I can't remember one of George's sons' names, but every time he would see me, he'd say, "Man, don't buy a ticket, man. We got you." And so he'd take me upstairs, and I did a backstage half the time.
Man, yeah, Clark. See, you right on that note. All those guys, what makes those guys so great? See, P-Funk to me, the P is for people. That's
Right.
first. P is for people. That's the people that's in it. Because the music is nothing if their attitudes are shitty, or if they're people that's bad people, or they're not down to earth people. Then that makes people. I wouldn't want to pay attention to them guys. I love those brothers and those sisters in that band because they're genuine, great people. They're good people, man. That's why I love them, and that's why I will break my back promoting P-Funk for all of them. I mean, every one of them. No putting this one before that one, or that one before that one. I don't believe in that. I'm a team player and I'm a team P-Funker. So I'm promoting every one of them. They can get it from me because I'm definitely gonna put their stuff out there. As long as they allow me to do it, I'm gonna promote them till I can't breathe no more. You're right. They're great people, man. They're down to earth. Fantastic. I love them all. I love all of them, man. I love them all. And I hope it shows when I do the previews and I talk about them. I hope all that love comes across the screen to them to let them know, hey, you made this. I do this for you. This is what you created in here. You made me what I am. Like, as far as like being a music man or in the music, they created Funkster. Like they made me the mad dog that I am about the funk. All of them, not just Gucci and George. Every one of them, especially Bernie Worrell, because that was my dog. Man, they're fantastic, man.
So
we can sit there and glow up and talk about them all day, man, because that's how fantastic they are.
Yes, and
love them all, man. Love them all.
Mentioning Bernie Worrell, and he passed a few years back. I'm losing track of time because I mean I didn't realize that Gary Scheider had been dead like 10 years already.
Yes, I can't believe that. I know.
Yeah, and it seems like just yesterday, he had. I was having breakfast with him, but that was back in 2007. But anyway, I saw a video one time.
Right.
I think back when I first joined your group, and it was paying a tribute to all the soldiers that are no longer with us, the P-Funk soldiers. And
right.
and then
Yes.
now that list is even probably twice as long because I mean that was back 9 years ago, and it's just like wow. But it's just like
somebody needs to create another one. You're right. Yeah. Somebody should come up with another one because it's a lot of past since the last list were up there, man. And that's another thing what P Haven's about up in here because pictures. There's at least a picture of every band member in here. If you look around these walls, and Clark, I'm gonna tell you, any P-Funk out there, if they ever visit Pittsburgh, they can come visit P Haven, and they can I can let them stand in that room by themselves, turn off the lights, and let them stand there. And I'm telling you, you'll feel these spirits move you. you know how the football Hall of Fame. You know how the Hall of Fame has those busts in there,
right?
And they said how the bus probably be talking to each other. Well, I'm telling you, I don't hear no voices because I'm not that weird a guy like that. But I'm saying you can feel something. You're like, and then you got like you start popping your finger or you start bobbing your head. You're like, these guys' spirits are all up in here, man. It's like this is their rest haven because it's my pee haven. I love it. I love it to death. That music, man.
I
Nothing like
bet
it in the world. Nothing like it in the world, man.
I bet you're right about feeling that spirit. I mean, because I know, like, sometimes I'll listen to P-Funk radio after I meditate. Sometimes,
Right.
just if I'm still not ready to go to sleep, and I always wake up feeling so
Yes.
good, man, and those vibes. And it's like I can actually see these guys playing sometimes, and I'm like, wow, he's no
Yes.
longer here, but I
We
can still feel him.
yeah, and that's because you've seen them so many times. We actually watched. We seen the mothership come down. We actually saw those shows. Where it's like you're never gonna forget that. And that every time you think of that, you just thinking, what was I doing back then? Dancing my ass off. That's what I was doing. Dancing my ass off in my costumes at the show. People used to. I remember the one show I went to. I walk into the arena, the Civic Arena down there, and everybody swearing I'm part of the band. All I got was, is the band here yet? The band. I'm not a part of them. I'm just a funketeer, just like you. No, man, you saying that you don't want my mom, but you're nothing. Look, I'm just. You want to wear my cape? I'll let you wear it. You know, things like that. But it was crazy, man. It was crazy. I told them it's all about having fun and funking how you want to do it. However you feel comfortable funking, that's you free your mind and you do it. Yeah, I can funk in regular t-shirt, hat, and all that, but sometimes those spirits move me. I never figure out, I never know what I'm going to wear when I do a preview. I never know, okay, what outfit you putting on for this preview. I think of the song, I think of the people on the record, and I'm saying, okay, Gary wore this on stage, so let me put that on. Blackbird might have had something on like this, and put this. And that's how I come about the costumes, thinking about what would they wear doing a song like this, or what would they like to look at them? What would they? That's how I figure it out. I never know what I'm going to wear. I just think of the song, and I just go in the closet, and I just pick something up, and just okay, let me put this on.
Well, I think back to one of the first times I looked at your one of your videos. No, it's actually your page. It might have been on
Right.
the P-Funk page that you're the administrator of. And I saw a
Yeah,
picture
people
of
on the
you
show.
with the One Nation Under a Groove flag. And I was like, man,
Yeah.
you look like one of the band. And so I know you get that a
Man,
lot.
it's all about. Yeah. Oh, yes. And I get messages from a bunch of people, talking about they appreciate what I do. That part is really humbling to me because I never like I don't do it for the recognition of myself. I'll tell people that from day one. I've been telling them now. I'm still gonna say that. I'm too humble for that. I don't do it for me. It's for the music. But if I dress up and it makes you look, then that's the whole purpose. I want you to look. So I want you to hear the music. I want you to go buy the music. So if I gotta do that, look like this to get you to look at it and want to go buy it, then I'll do it. I do, man. And then it just goes back to what they used to do. I can't
Right.
stand in front of the mothership and I got regular clothes on. That's not gonna work. You gotta have some kind of funky something to stand in front of the mothership. You'll be up here in all this glory. You gotta look like something.
Right.
That's definitely it, though, man. Just have fun. Just have fun. Funkin' for fun. That's what we do it for, and for them to make that cash money green, or we call those funky dollar bills. Clark, I figure like this: if I promote the funk, and people see those previews, and it makes them like the funk, and they want to know where they can get it at, and they go buy it, then the preview has done its purpose. It turns you on to something you didn't know about. It made you go buy it. That's the whole purpose. If I was doing them and people weren't buying the music, there ain't no use in me doing them because it ain't for me. It ain't had nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. I'm gonna get a bunch of messages saying, "Quit saying that because it is about you. If you weren't a good guy, they wouldn't look. If they didn't like you, they wouldn't pay attention and all this other stuff." I say it's crap, but yeah, it's cool. It's
Well,
cool.
that's primarily why I was thinking. I was like, man, I want to do a show and I want to talk about the music that I like to listen to. And I said, I got to get a hold of Funkster.
My man,
You're the first person
I
that
thank
popped.
you. I thank you. Because usually I would so Clark, look, I don't want to do that because it's not about me. Like, but see, you did good because you didn't try to focus it around me, like just me. It's about the music. I'm sitting here in full costume, but I'm telling you, it's still about the music. But it just makes people look about and want to know what we're talking about. Then it's a good start because they see that dude on the screen. Who in the heck is that crazy looking fool? What the heck is that crazy looking man?
So let me ask you.
And Clark must just be as crazy because he's the one talking to him. He's interviewing him, so he's just as crazy as he is.
Hell yeah. So the question I gotta ask you, if somebody were to say you were to like run across a new person that wanted to be, or a person that wanted to be a new Funketeer, what would you suggest would be the first album as the go-to album to fully immerse them into the funk and help them enhance their interplanetary funksmanship?
Okay, to get in, the first thing to clarify with everybody, because people, I get this all the time. What is my favorite P-Funk song? You know what I tell Clark? I don't have one. Whatever song I'm playing right now, that's my favorite song. Clark, now answer me this question. If you're listening to Not Just Knee Deep, what other song are you thinking about when you're playing that?
Gotta be
None.
Freak of the Week pops. Oh, when I play, yeah.
So that's my favorite. Whatever it is, that's my favorite song. So I don't have a favorite. But if I was going to tell somebody the first way to get into P-Funk, because it's P-Funk, when did they start that term with that album? It wasn't P-Funk on Chocolate City. It wasn't P-Funk on Up Put It Down. So it wasn't called P-Funk. It was just funky then. As soon as P-Funk came out, Make My Funk and P-Funk, that's when the P part started. So I tell people, get into that album first.
Okay.
Then you can go back and research the other one, but start with that one if you're a brand new Funketeer. Plus, it's one of the most sampled albums in history. That's another reason, because guarantee if they listen to that whole album, they'll be like, well, damn, I heard Ice Cube use that. I heard Dre use that. I heard this band use that. Man, I can get into this even faster because I know these beats. That's why I would suggest that album.
Okay.
But definitely get them all. Go back.
I was just going through, I don't really keep CDs anymore because I got everything's digital, of course. But I was cleaning out some stuff the other day, and I was trying to think of one of the last actual hard CDs I bought, and I pulled up this one here.
Right.
Shake the Gate. And
Shake the Gate.
Yeah. So I was listening to that the other day, and it's like, well, every time I listen to, like you were saying that, whatever song you listen to at that time is your favorite song, it's like I hear something different in a particular song that'll make me like it. I mean, Knee Deep, that happens to be one of the ones, my go-to ones. I listen to that all the time, and I still hear, something different. And I've been listening to that song now for, when did that come out? 1979 or 80, something like that.
That's the whole point about funk. It was sit and never go sour. That's funky power. You can play it now, and you can play it. You played it back then. You play it now, and you still say, "Wow," because there's always parts. You be like, I didn't notice that 30 years ago when I heard that. Where did that guitar riff come from? It's always something. That's how it is. It's that powerful. It don't get sour. Don't get sour, and it never gets old. Songs don't get old. People quit playing them. That's what make them get old. You don't quit playing it, because I guarantee you can play Knee Deep right now. There's gonna be somebody in the world that say, "I never heard that song." So it's not old to them. Just keep flowing, man. Just keep flowing. Keep flowing. So what did you think about the Shake the Gate album? Did you like it?
The first time I heard it, I was like, I didn't really like it. Then I listened to it again, and there's just I found like maybe 3 or 4 songs that I would listen to all the time. But it's just, I was like, okay, it breaks kind of away from the tradition because there's a lot of hip hop in there, and something that's just not truly funk. But then, like, we got to realize that it's going to have to evolve. And you were talking about earlier, like the youngsters that were rapping and all that. And I found through my own experience when I was working with my brother Ultra Van Chrome up in Tacoma, that certain when you got like music, like funk music going, those kicks, like an 808 kick drum, doesn't necessarily go good with it because it kind of will drown out the pure funk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow. And so, but I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. The only issue you'd have with that, like you probably say the same thing me and every other people here say, especially my man Jeffrey Pure Funk Mitchell. Now he's a down to earth brother. You know him.
Steeler fan.
You don't hold nothing back. Yes. I live in Pittsburgh. I ain't Chicago Bears, so I'm not even talking about Steelers.
I was going to ask you about that.
Okay. Yeah, Walter Payton was my boy, so that's why I went. When he got out of college, I went right with him. He went to the Bears. That's why I went.
Okay.
Yes. So we talk about even the Medicated Fraud Dog album. It's the same thing. Like it's so much predicated on the rap sound because it's the youngsters that's writing most of the songs. Which I have no beef with none of that. With Shake the Gate or the Parliament album. The only beef I would have if I had to tell anybody anything, you use those names for the recognition, so it sells better. But
Mm.
if I was going to turn somebody on today with a Parliament record, I couldn't play Medicated Fraud Dog first and then have them go listen to Mothership Connection because the first thing they're going to say is, well, I'm disconnected because
Oh
I don't understand
yeah.
how does it go from that to that. But it's like you said, we understand it has to evolve. And I understand it. Okay, let it evolve, but you could have called it George Clinton's Young Family or Family Rapper or whatever. You could have called it something else. Don't use the Parliament name, but we understand why they do it. So, and because we love them, we support it anyway. We support it anyhow. We'll keep on supporting it. Whatever they use, I'll just be right here to support it. I was just telling Jeffrey from Mitch, it's hard for me. I can play that Parliament album and that Shake the Gate album, but if I'm riding down the street and I'm blasting the stereo, I can't have that MF in the hoe in the
Right.
can't. That's not my. I can't do it. Like, I mean, unless I pull up in front of a bunch of kids in their 20s and they're totally into that, then I won't give a damn. Okay, I'll play all that dirty stuff. But it's cool, man. They got to eat. They got to eat, and that's their generation. And like George Clinton always says, when we were growing up, me and you, Clark, we were growing up, our parents used to play stuff. We'd be like, oh, God, please take that off. Please, why are you playing that? But I tell somebody, it's kind of hard to say that because we grew up in the 70s and whatever they played was banging. There wasn't no crazy stuff. It was just straight up, all the bands, the Isley Brothers and the Daz Band and the Gap Band, and Delphonics and all them Earth, Wind, and Fire, all those kind of groups, you couldn't play nothing bad back then unless you just didn't like the group. So if I didn't want to hear my mother was playing, that's because I wanted to hear some more Pfunk more than I wanted to hear that. It ain't because what she was playing was so bad.
Right. I was thinking about the same thing. It was like because our parents, they like, my dad was like big on like BB King. Like Sundays or Saturdays on the community music radio station. They had like a few hours where they had like a blues segment, and so he would be turning it up, kicking it. Then my mom was more into like the Marvin Gaye, Nancy Wilson type stuff. So I was still hearing good music, but it just didn't. When I heard that funk. When I heard that funk, and they didn't like it loud, so I can remember I would sit down. That was before I had some good headphones, and I had my speakers like this close to my head, with a pillow on the floor. I'd be laying there, and I'd be listening to like Flashlight and Knee Deep and all those, and it was just like, man, it's just it gets in your body. It's just you can't help but to make you want to funk.
It's so strong. It takes over your subconscious. Before you know it, your body is moving in ways it can't practice. Like you can't practice dancing when you're dancing to funk because I don't know how the funk's gonna move me. I just let it move me. It's the same way with the costumes. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I just funk it. Just put it on and go. Just put it on and go. But Bootsy taught me. And people taught me it's got to match. It's got to be stylish. So it's got to be blinging and glinging or whatever the hell they call it nowadays. Sparkly, twinkly, what I used to call it. If you can look flamboyant, look flamboyant. If you can't, just funk. Just funk it. Just do what you got to do.
Yeah, Bootsy Collins, and that was another one. When I remember when he debuted with that "All the Name Is Bootsy" album. I mean, I kind of vaguely knew who he was when he was just Parliament, but when he came out with Bootsy, it was just like, man, I went out and I couldn't find any star glasses, so I had to wait till the album came out where you could cut out your own ones.
Oh yeah.
And then that made me want to actually learn how to play the bass, and so I picked one up and started playing around with it, and then I was one of those type of people that would pick it up, play it for a couple of days, then set it down for 6 months. And so for some reason, consistency is just not my thing. But I just I really just enjoy the Bootsy, the whole brand. From the voice, the hat, the glasses, the boots and stuff. And just he's a character, man.
And he touched the younger audience. He touched the younger people. Like me and you were younger, so he touched us not I ain't gonna say so much more than Parliament and them, because it was more like super sophistication. And when Bootsy first started out, it was like, oh, it's like a kiddie type of thing. It's because he's yabba dabba doozy and all that. But then
Yeah.
the more you heard Bootsy play, the more you heard him, the more serious he got. The more serious you got. Till you got to the point where, damn, he's just as serious as George. I mean, he ain't joking. I understand. Oh, it was fantastic. And then, like you said, for them to actually give you something like, I know y'all want to be like us. You want to be me. So let me put these glasses in here. Because I know you want to wear some star glasses like I do. I know you want to put on wigs. You want to dress up. Because there was none of that with black people. We weren't in space. We weren't underwater. We weren't none of that. They represented all that, man. And I used to just be like, these cats can just take it where they want to take it. And I'm going to follow them. I'm going to follow them wherever they go. Man, so we've been following since 1971, man. We ain't, and I just told somebody the other day, I'm just getting started. What y'all talking about? About to be 60 years old. I'm just getting started. What are you talking about? Man.
Hey, you know.
Just before this interview, I asked Skeeter. I said, Skeeter, what am I wearing for that interview? Of course, he said, don't ask him if he ain't on the camera.
So now, where is Skeeter? Because the last couple of times I've seen Skeeter, he was in jail or he was like on a UFO or something. And so where's he at now?
Yeah, he's always still on the mothership. He already taking the keys off the counter and going, man. You know, Skee's right here. Can you see? He's right there, man.
All right, so
what are you doing, man? You just had to get on the screen. Yeah, man, I had to get on the screen. I wanted to see Clark. What do they call him, Pfunkster? What do they call him? Boozadelic. That's what we call him. Yeah, Clark. What do you call him again? Clark Boozadelic, man. Just don't get on the screen and screw it up. Man, I never screw up. Hey, Clark, I don't be screwing up, man. That'd be Pfunkster, man. Pfunkster be screwing up all the time. Why do you say that? Because you don't want to make me talk. What are you talking about? And then Clark, you'll recognize sometimes Pfunkster will be talking and my lips don't be moving or my beak don't be moving. You know what I tell him? This ain't no Japanese movie. You got to keep my beak moving when I'm talking. We ain't from Japan. What's wrong with you? that's Skeeter, man. Crazy. And I had to put him on the floor so he can roll away because he has no wings. He can't fly. You can't fly. Get on the floor and get off the screen, bird brain. See you later. What's his name again? Clark. Just call him Clark. Okay, what is it? Clark, man. Clark. Yeah, Superman. I'll see you later. Why would you call him Superman? Well, his name is Clark Kent, wasn't it? His name is Clark Boozadelic. It's always about the P-Funk with him, man. Especially when we talking, man, in PA. You should know that. All right, I'm out of here. I quit, Pfunkster. Whoa. Bird brain, Clark, I don't know, man. The bird's crazy, man.
So
as an alter ego, George Clinton loved characters. In 1984, the Manhattan Toy Company created that for Parliament Funkadelic because his tag actually says Skeeter Funkadelic. I didn't make that up. I just started using it because I figured when I bought it, what am I going to do with it? It was something that was going to be produced massively, but some of it broke down because they quit making them. They quit making them and they never got to the market. But it's definitely a Funkadelic thing. So I just have fun with it, man. That's it.
okay, yeah. I was gonna ask where that came from, but you already answered it.
I talked to myself because there is no one to talk to.
So let me ask you this, Larry.
Talk to Skeeter.
Is George really done with the touring?
No. See, this is my whole synopsis behind that. Okay, I'm gonna retire, but I'm still gonna make appearances in different places. If the concerts start falling off. Okay, so special guest is George Clinton. Special guest George Clinton over here. But not all the time, but enough so they can make some money because Clark, we love them to death, me and you both. But we know if they're gonna do predominantly rap music, it's not gonna be the way it was. It's not gonna stay. So the young kids, they change their mind every 5 minutes. So they won't support it long enough. Me and you've been here for 35 plus years promoting the funk and loving the funk. Young kids' minds don't last that long. As far as like longevity with the rap music. Look at that. This is quite evident. Why do you think Ice Cube has started making movies? Why do you think Will Smith started making movies? They can rap their you know what off, but you got to do something else. George Clinton and them don't know nothing else but funk, right? Funk and singing, and playing, so they have to keep funking. So I don't think he's done it all. To be honest with you, I just don't think he's done.
I certainly hope not, because I've got like 2 final concert T-shirts, and I have this little commemorative, thank you type T-shirt, the anniversary
Sweet.
shirt. But
Right.
so
Right.
you were talking about Ice Cube and movies and stuff like that. So that brings me to, there's going to be a movie about George Clinton Parliament, and you got was it Samuel Jackson supposed to play George, and D.L. Hughley supposed to be playing Bootsy?
That's what they're saying.
Man.
That's what they're saying.
So I think it's Samuel L. Jackson. Did George say MF as much as Samuel L. Jackson?
See, I'm sitting here trying to think. Okay, we know why they would. If Hollywood was to make the picture, you know why they would do it for the star appeal and to sell tickets. That's the whole point, to sell the movie. If you put some unknown actor in there who they don't know, then to people. But I think even if you do that because it's based off of Parliament Funkadelic, it would still be a hit. You put some lesser known actor in there. You can put who's playing Bootsy again? Who did they say?
D.L. Hughley.
Yeah, right. That's right. Wow. I can sit here and think of a bunch of people that can play both of them. Got both of those parts better than both of those cats.
Yeah.
But not for me to say. Just for me to support whoever do it, and when it come out, just support it and back it, do everything we can. Man, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, so, but we got to keep it flowing. Keep it flowing. Fantastic.
All right. So the next question I want to ask you: if people want to follow you and get involved in the Pfunk page that we're on, what do they need to look for?
Well, Pfunk and Telegy World is my main focus, because that's the page I started and I run. And Pfunk Nation is based off me, and I have another administrator there. That's where you can post all the funk. If you want to do, if you like all the funk bands, you go to Pfunk Nation and you post away all the funk bands. If you Pfunk and Telegy World is just based off of Parliament Funkadelic. It's Pfunk and Telegy World is just the world of Parliament Funkadelic. Doesn't involve those other bands. Just involve associates, the associated bands. They can find me, like, message me and ask me how you get in the group, how you get in the group, or put a request in for Pfunk and Telegy World. And that is, both of the groups are private. I have to approve the request. And right now I'm telling you, Pfunk and Telegy World, I got about 300 people waiting for me to approve the request to get in. Because there's a lot of, we have to be on the page. And Clark, I want to tell the people this. I do scope their profiles. If I go down your profile page and I look, and you ain't talking funk, you ain't got the funk, why do you don't need to be in there. Join Pfunk Nation. That way you probably like all the funk. Don't join Pfunk and Telegy World if you're not really into Pfunk, because you basically won't like the page. So I tell them. Yeah, but that's how you find me. Definitely message me or message the page. You can message to either page Pfunk and Telegy World or Pfunk Nation or one of the other, or hardcore maggots, clones and funketeers. That's another page that I'm an administrator in. That page is ran by Mr. Ron Belton, super funky Ron Belton, who has one of those shows on Spreaker.com, man, and he does a great job with it. And he does a great job on that page. So
yeah, brother Ron, I love his.
The pages are there, man. People just got to get into it, man. Let's stay into it and go with it. They keep it flowing.
All right.
Flowing, man.
Well, with that, I would. Oh, go ahead.
What's up?
Oh, go ahead.
We're on here. We're talking. I can't help. But every time I think of you, I think of our dearly departed friend Michael Clardy.
That's what I wanted to get to.
Every time I know when I think of you, I always think of him, because I think I was friends with him first. I said you must have saw some of my posts or something. You sent me a friend request, and I see you knew him. I'm like, on and cracking, man. He was fantastic. He was a beautiful person. And I talked to him a few times, especially before he died. I talked to him a few times, man. And then I'm like, man, he's just fantastic. So every time I see you, I think of him.
Okay.
Every time I see you, I think of him.
Yeah, I miss that, brother. It's funny how we became acquainted. He walked into Fred Meyer's, and which is
Right.
like a Kroger out here, and I was in there too, and he saw me, and
Oh,
he's like, "Hey, Clark," and he's like, "Man, we're Facebook friends." He said, "We're the P-Funk Nation, Boozadelic."
right.
He's the one that actually gave me that name, Boozadelic, because he saw I was like into the funk. He said, "Man,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
Okay,
call you
cool.
Boozadelic." I said, "Okay," so I changed it.
Yeah, that's it. That's awesome too. Cause
And
you're down. You're down.
and
You're
then
true blue.
we
You're
got
true
some
blue,
good
man.
people. There's a lot of good people in the group that I really appreciate because I've actually met a few of them. I met Carla Loving Life Yo, Bob Beck. He came down to hang out
Yep.
with Carla for a show, and then when I went to Denver a
Right.
couple of years ago to watch my Raiders play the Broncos, and I hung out with Bob the day before the game. So
Oh,
it's just
oh,
like
right. Great.
family.
Fantastic. Oh, that's what we all are. That's the whole thing. Like when those radio shows started out with these people doing these radio shows, they couldn't get all the people in the chat rooms. Now everybody can't wait for the next one. Okay, it's Monday. Today is Sunday. Now tomorrow night is Raymond Smith Good Vibration show. So we all waiting for that. And then Tuesday's Phil Cooley with the bus ride, and Wednesday is Gay. Just goes on and on, man. All week is something. Something to
Yeah,
look forward to, which keeps the funk flowing. Which keeps the funk flowing. And I love all them people and what they do with that funk stuff, man. And I just try to keep up with throwing a preview here in here every now and then. But Robin, Denson, Austin was telling me how what I do is important. Because I keep telling them, oh, that's not that important. It's not important that y'all have a radio show because you're exposing people to more music than I can with a preview. I only do 1 or 2 songs. That's nothing. So you said it's significant because it's harder what you do. And I keep telling them, how you figure that? It ain't no, I'm the only one in here when I film it. It's tape, pre-tape. Now, if it was live, it might be a different thing. But it's cool.
yeah.
I just keep telling them, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the music. They ain't buying the music. The previews don't mean crap. And I'll say that. I'll keep saying it. Preview is about the P-Funk. It's about the music, not about Funkster, man. I just bring it because I want y'all to
Yeah.
buy it. Spend those funky dollar bills.
Get that
Those
uncut
funky dollar bills.
funk, the whole funk and nothing but the funk. So on that note, just gonna go ahead and conclude our show today, and I'd like to thank our special guest, Mr. Larry Funkster Jones, for his appearance on the show. And if you enjoyed this content, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and like this video. Thanks again, y'all. Peace out.
Yes, sir. Ever funkin' on, forever funkin' on. Yes, sir.